Hey everybody, it's been a really long while. As you can see, I've cut my hair and it's been 2 months since I've posted onto YouTube. If you're new here, hi, I'm Shrutanshi, and for context, I was having my board exams and now I'm back. Yay! So anyways, I decided to do a Q&A as we've hit 1K subscribers, which still seems really hard to digest. It feels like I just started off YouTube yesterday and this experience has taught me so much. So as most of you may know, I had posted this community post onto my channel where I asked all of you to give me your questions and any queries you had about me as a person or anything in general. And some of the questions disappeared, I don't know how, and I got like a lot of people telling me that they were disappearing. So I just wanted to reassure all of you, no, it wasn't me who was deleting any of the comments, and I've tried my best to read through all of the comments I had. Also, I checked through my notification tab for questions. So I hope all of your questions were taken in, and yeah, without any further ado, let's get on with the video. I've divided this Q&A into 3 parts so that it's convenient for all of you to watch through whichever part you want. And without any further ado, let's get on with the video. So which class am I in and what is my age? So currently I am 16 years old and I just finished with my 10th grade board exams. How were my exams and how did I feel during my board exams? My exams were pretty decent. I didn't really have like something bothering me most of the time, and it was traumatic for like some subjects like literature. I really was scared and I also went through a mental breakdown because I was really terrified. I'm so glad that we're done with it at last. And yeah, what were your subjects? So the subjects I took were bio, chem, physics and English literature. English as a language is compulsory, obviously, and I also took French, and I also took additional mathematics, which is like a different subject, which I will be explaining later on in this video. Okay, so this question is pretty detailed, so I had an answer planned for this. How is IGCSE board different than other boards? This question actually is really vast, but I will try to sum it up. So for all of you who are new here, you may not be knowing I am an IGCSE student, and the board varies a lot from CBSE and ICSE board, and I thought I would be addressing this in this video as I get like a lot of questions asking me about the differences between IGCSE and CBSE or ICSE. Also, I will be providing unbiased opinions and not my personal opinions in this segment because I feel like it'll be unfair for people who are watching, as I have not been part of a CBSE school or an ICSE school. Also, I'll be providing links to all of the sites I've been using in this segment down in the description box, so make sure to check them out if you want further information about the boards. And yeah, okay, so IGCSE board actually is only applicable in 9th and 10th grade, and in 11th and 12th we have IBDP and A levels, which is a totally different story, which I'll not be addressing right now because the video will only be about this subject then. So firstly, let's talk about what are the differences between IGCSE and CBSE. So of course we know that CBSE is a really popular board in India, yeah, and the only difference, like the most prominent difference between the two boards is that CBSE lets the students choose subject combinations in their stream only, but on the other hand IGCSE provides variety of subjects in combinations and the stream isn't really a bar. Moreover, CBSE has a more of a traditional approach, and yeah, the points are pretty similar for the differences between IGCSE and ICSE too. Also, the exam components for my paper were pretty different. I'll be only talking about the subjects I have because I just want to like go through my personal experience. So I have 4 papers of French, which include reading, writing, listening and speaking, which are about 40 to 45 marks each. For the science subjects I've taken, I have 3 papers each for all of the science subjects, which includes MCQs and the alternative to practical paper, which are both for 40 marks, and the theory paper, which is for 80 marks. For literature, I have 2 papers for 50 marks, and as I said before, I'll be addressing maths. So we have 2 kinds of maths, extended and additional mathematics. Extended mathematics is pretty much what you would be doing in your 9th and 10th grade, but the additional mathematics involves a lot of 11th grade syllabus, which can give you like the upper hand in 11th grade, because you'll find all of the concepts you're doing in 11th grade easy as you've done it previously in your 9th and 10th grade. And yeah, I feel like that was pretty much it if I wanted to explain it in a short way. But let me know down in the comment section if you want a really long and a detailed video on this topic. How to be super productive. I feel like this is really subjective and it depends on how much a person targets throughout their day. I personally am not productive, and I just wanted to clear this up because the person that comes through my study vlogs is like a really productive and a studious person, which in real life may not be true. I do not study a lot. I have to study during my exams, and I feel like you shouldn't believe everything you see on the internet because you see small fragments of a person's life. I recently have been feeling really unproductive. I have not been doing anything except of sleeping, and I've been procrastinating to film this video. So I am not the best person to take this advice from. What stream am I gonna take in 11th? Currently I am planning to take PCMB, which was what I'm doing right now currently. So there's not going to be a huge change for me. But let's see, I really don't know for sure. But this is the plan I'm sticking to right now. Why did you want to start a channel? So I feel like during the lockdown time, a lot of people were starting channels, and that acted like a catalyst for me, and I just wanted to try out something new. So yeah, I saw a lot of people doing YouTube videos and I just felt like doing it personally. Also, I had this newfound obsession with editing videos and I really wanted to try something out. So that's one of the reasons I started a channel. Where do you get your videos inspiration? I don't really have like a major inspiration, but editing wise I would definitely say there are like a lot of YouTubers I look up to, such as Best Dress. I don't know how many times I've mentioned her on my channel, but yeah, I love her. I'm obsessed with her videos. This is the fun one. How did your friends react to your channel? My friends shockingly were pretty decent about it, and they have always been supporting me, and they provide me with constant criticism and things I can improve upon in my videos, which is really nice. And yeah, it's pretty normal. We don't really talk about my channel a lot, and I feel like that's the way it should be. How did it feel when you reached 1K subs? Honestly, I didn't really get the time to process. In the midst of my board exams, I suddenly see that I've reached 1K subscribers. So initially I was really scared because I didn't want to like get distracted as I was having like a really vital exam. I tried to like manage myself. I still felt really happy, and it was weird because I wasn't really expecting it to happen so soon. Top 3 favorite channels and why? So I watch like a lot of YouTubers in a lot of different genres. So I decided why not talk about my favorite YouTubers in different genres. Of course, I watch lifestyle content. I also love Kennedy Walsh because her videos are so authentic. Also, her video ideas are so different and I look forward to her videos every week. Also, I watch a lot of commentary video because it's this newfound obsession I have with other people criticizing different people on the internet. My favorite YouTubers in the commentary genre are Danny Gonzalez, Curtis Connor, and of course D'Angelo Wallace. So how did you get so successful on YouTube in such a less time? So I feel like my growth was pretty decent, and it's not like I blew up in like one day or something, but I personally feel like you should prioritize quality instead of the amount of videos you post in a week. Tips for small YouTubers. The first thing that I really want to emphasize upon is that you should engage with all of your audience. So I've seen a lot of YouTubers, like small YouTubers, who don't really reply to their comments. Like if you reply to the person, they feel good and they feel happy and they'll come back to your channel a lot more often. I personally feel like engaging with your audience is not only like good for your channel but also good for your confidence, because you see so many good comments on your videos, which at least for me has helped me gain a lot of confidence in a way, and also make more videos and get more motivated to make more videos, if that makes sense. Also, I would like to say you can reach out to some small YouTubers. I'm glad to say I've met some really kind people on this platform and they've supported me a lot. And reach out to small YouTubers in your niche so that it's more relatable and you can have like a good conversation with them. If you collaborate with anyone right now, who would it be? Now that I'm done with my exams, I will be reaching out to some YouTubers. I've not really thought about who I should do a collab with, so let me know down in the comment section if you want to collab. How has your experience been on YouTube? I've not been on YouTube for a really long while, but I've gained a lot of confidence, and I must say kudos to the people who speak in front of the camera. It requires a lot of guts. My audience has been so supportive of me all the time, even though I have this numb, dead face all of the time. But yeah, besides that fact, I feel like I'm learning a lot. I'm trying to improve. Do you see yourself doing YouTube for a long time? Yeah, of course, I will be uploading, and I don't really have a plan of dropping YouTube anytime soon. So let's see what the future holds for us. What are my hobbies? So I have quite a few hobbies, and I feel like I've talked about some of them on my channel before. But yeah, I love reading. Writing is also something I enjoy a lot because it helps me express my emotions in a way. Am I a K-pop stan? No, actually I am not. But I do listen to some of like BTS and Blackpink music. I even have them in my playlist. Favorite sports to watch and play? I play basketball. I used to play basketball, let me make that clear, because I've not been playing for like the past 1 year because of exams, of course. That it's just ruined my life at this point. Ironically, I do not like watching basketball. I just cannot. It's just really boring for me. But I do watch cricket. I am obsessed with watching cricket. Which book are you currently reading and what is it about? Okay, so it's like not even been 1 week since I got over with my board exams. So I was just taking everything slow. But yeah, I started reading this book called The Guest List, which is like the suspense mystery. I am a fan of suspense books because they keep my mind active in a way. Favorite song? Actually, I do not have a favorite song, but I have a favorite album at the moment, which is Life Support by Madison Beer. It's a masterpiece and I would totally recommend all of you to listen to it because I personally love it and I feel like it's one of the best albums I've heard in a while. How do you deal with toxic people? Honestly, I just don't. I distance myself from them, which I've done in the past. In my opinion, you just shouldn't stick with people who put you down all the time. It affects your self-esteem. What is your biggest fear? My biggest fear is either a rat or a lizard. I cannot look at them. They disgust me. Current celebrity crush. Let's be real here. If you've been following the MCU, you probably have a crush on the whole cast. And I'm not even lying. But yeah, that's how we'll finish the Q&A because I've been sitting without fans on and now I'm really sweating, which you cannot see through the camera. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope we get consistent on here and I hope I can post more over here without any more procrastination and exams for a while at least. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next week. Bye.